It is time for the 2025 Real Estate Year in Review. We're going to drill down into our metro area. A lot of times we get asked, how's the market doing? We're reading that as people are asking us, what's my home worth? Because people want to know how much their home is worth. What's the market like? And so when we get that question, we're thinking hyper local. What's my neighborhood doing? What's the market doing in the metro area? So we're looking North Shore, South Shore, and even out towards Livingston Parish, because as our two cities of Baton Rouge and New Orleans are growing closer together, so as our business keeps expanding out that way into Livingston and East Baton Rouge parishes. So thank you for everybody who has supported us in 2025. We really, really appreciate it. We can't do this without you. And if you've watched these quarterly reviews or years in review before, we like to geek out it, and we're taking a little bit of a different approach this time because I've seen something fascinating in the numbers, especially, this really pertains to buyers and sellers, but especially for sellers. There's some fascinating data. So we're going to flip this screen around so you can see the screen nice and big, and then I'm going to shrink into the little corner off to the side. So here we go. So as a quick overview, knowing a lot of other agents and teams in other states in the country through our place partnerships, I can say that there's other places that are way busier than us in terms of Texas, Florida, and other places in those states and elsewhere are slower. Some place like Southern California, we helped somebody we had a client selling a house here who lives out in Southern California, and they're still getting multiple offers per listing, like, 5, 6, 10 offers per listing when they hit the market. So there's some markets that are really robust. Here in Louisiana, and especially Southeast Louisiana, the cost of insurance, the cost of the interest rates, and then prices have gone up. And let's face it, we're not the wealthiest state around. However, we do have the best food and the best culture and the best people around. That goes without saying. And that's why so many of us are here. But in terms of real estate markets, there are other states that are stronger. For our area, drilling in, all right, first and foremost, let's look at, as a baseline, let's look at 2024. I'm going to blow this up nice and big so you can see what we're looking at. All right, and then we can do little markups. So this is like live. We're doing this live for everybody right now. But here, this is looking at Jefferson, Livingston, Orleans, St. Tammany, and Tangipahoa. Just the biggest area. This report did not include East Baton Rouge, but you're going to get an idea of this fascinating statistic that I've seen happen over and over again. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of homes that will sit on the market. We've talked with people and say, hey, yeah, that house hasn't sold, and the homes just seem to be sitting, and I see price reductions. And then once in a while, you see one that goes fast. Let's take a look at that. So this is an aggregate of all 5 parishes, total number of homes sold per price range. We're not going to look at that. We're going to scroll down to the total. So for all 5 parishes, 12,414 homes sold if we go back, this is for 2024, right? In 2024. Again, this is a baseline. Average days on market, 61 days. And here's a breakdown of the days on market. All right. So from the point the sign went in the yard to that property, residential property, went pending. This is a breakdown of the days on the market. I'm asking you, what stands out to you in this? Remember, buyer's market, high insurance, high interest rates, high home prices, right? 0 to 30 days, 5,429 homes sold in 2024 in the first 30 days out of 12,014. If you want to check that out, pull out your calculator on your phone, which I'm doing right now. All right, 5,429 divided by 12,414 is 43%. Let's change the color just because I like blue better. 43%, okay, in 2024 of homes sold in 30 days or less in a buyer's market. Like what? Remember, 2024 interest rates were higher than they were in 2025. They were still in the high sixes, sevens at the time. Now we're in the low sixes. Depending who you are, you might be able to get 5.99. All right. 43%. Were they the lowest price? Did they give it away? Chances are no. We're going to dig into that further into the video, so stay tuned for that. But that's a mind-blowing number. That's 2024. Let's take a look at 2025, right? So let's blow this up again. Same 5 parishes. And here's the dates, January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. All right, scroll to the bottom. 12,841 homes. All right, so few more homes sold. Is it 67 days on average compared to 61 days? All right, so a little bit longer by almost a week. All right, now let's do the math. Here's the 0 to 30 days, 5,169 homes sold in 30 days or less out of the 12,841. So that math is 5,169 divided by 12,841. That's 40%. So in 2025, in the main 5 parishes, 40% of homes sold in 30 days or less. In other words, went pending. Like what? Thought it was a buyer's market. Here's what we've learned. Again, I'm 21 years in. I think aggregate on our team, I think we're coming on 20, we're easily 50 years worth of experience with everybody on the team thus far. We're right there. So think of 50 years total experience. Homes that look good, smell good, priced right. And again, not giving it away. And I'll show you that evidence coming up. Not giving it away will sell fast. So the challenge is your home truly ready, poised to sell fast? Everybody likes to think so, but is it really? And I think that's kind of where the trouble is, that you get some homes, some will take 31 to 60 days. Some of them, I didn't do the math on that, but it's about, 1/12, call it 110, call it about 10% of homes take over a year to sell because they're priced too high. Even beautiful homes can be priced too high just for the given market. But for when those folks that nail it, they're done. They're moving on. Less headaches. They're going to get better terms for sure. And then with those less headaches, better terms, they have less expenses, maybe less repairs, less extra mortgage payments, less upkeep, less stress from selling the house, or having to get it ready and showing and make the beds and do the dishes and take care of the dogs and all that other stuff. When you do it right, it happens no matter what the market is. Because again, 2024 was even higher and interest rates were higher. And arguably, maybe even home insurance was higher because some of us, I've heard, have a little bit of a breather in their insurance rates. They didn't go up as much compared to 2023 to 2024. Let's just break it down by parish. What's the info there? So look, here's Orleans, 2025. This is for 2025, right? 38% of homes sold in 30 days or less. Jefferson, 48, almost 50% of homes sold in 30 days or less. Come on, that's crazy. You'd think that was almost like a seller's market, but it's not, because there's so many other homes out there that are sitting. That means 52% of the available inventory took longer than 30 days. You just spread that out over the rest of the time on market. And it just takes longer to sell. And that can just mean it's priced too high for the condition. see past videos on things that cause homes to sit on the market or how to get your home ready to sell. We've done both of those in the past. Let's go. St. Tammany, 40%. And then here's Tangi, all important Tangi. 38% of homes sold in 30 days or less. Crazy numbers. So uh, take that to heart. Take that to heart, because we as homeowners, we all have pride in our home. Like, we feel like our home is nicer than that other home over there, or it should be priced more, or we did these things to it. I get it. And look, there's not a partner on our team or any realtor out there in our metro area that if they could write you a check for every dollar you've invested into your home and get that back for you, we would do it 100%, because you would be happier. That makes us happier. And everybody makes more money when you're on the listing side. Unfortunately, that's just not the case, right? Because every home has something that's great about it. So what has the most appeal and what is priced best for the value that your home is offering compared to the rest of the marketplace? So let me say that again, perhaps in a different way. Buyers will buy and make an offer on those homes that offer them the same value or more value at the same or a lower price. So in this market, buyers can be picky. And then for you buyers out there, right, when the right home comes along, you're like, whoa, that's got everything. There's 10 other buyers out there that feel the same way that you do. So if you want that house, if you're emotionally bought into that house, don't dilly-dally. Do it, write the offer, make a good offer, make a strong offer so that you can beat the competition on the buyer side. Because there can be, have been, we've done it, been on the receiving end and the writing the offer end of multiple offers in 2025. So when the right home comes along, be prepared to act and act decisively to win if you're a buyer. So let's take a look at that, because I've said, well, are these people giving away? I've said no. Here's where that comes from. Okay, we're gonna pick. I've looked at some of these already, but we're just gonna. Unfortunately, this isn't live, but if it was live, we can pick it. But I'm gonna start with Mandeville. Very popular destination for people. Market's always good. This is what we call a market report. All right, we get these every week, and it just kind of is a rolling average of numbers. Let's just pick a price point. Let's call 500 to 550. This is the number. This column right here. Can't mark this one up, but I'm kind of wiggling the cursor. This 544, 523. All right, that's the average list price for homes in this price point, from 500 to 54999. 999, when they got the offer. All right, that's the list price they had on average when they got the offer. On this column, as I'm moving over to the left here in this kind of cream colored column, this is the average list price for those homes in this price category that are actively for sale today. So this number of those 9 homes in Mandeville in this price category, this average list price is less than the average list price of those homes that have sold in the last 6 months in Mandeville. Go figure. They're not giving it away. Looks good, smells good, priced right. Let's pick another one. Let's pick Livingston Parish, because we didn't show a close-up on Livingston. Pick a price point. Let's go 350 to 400. All right, average list price 376. 17 homes on the market right now, 160 days on the market on average. 376. Average list price of those homes that sold in the last 6 months, list price when they got the offer, 374. Right? So that's a whisker. That's a whisker less than the average list price now. Not giving it away. Let's go someplace else. Mid-City, New Orleans. All right, let's go to six. Let's see, there's nothing active there. Let's go to 550 to 600. 4 homes for sale. Average list price in mid cities 580 as of last week on average. In the last 6 months, 2 homes have sold, 18 days on the market, average list price 597. Wow. Not a high number of sales, but the average list price is a full $17,000 more than those homes sold, for those that sold than those that are still on the market. So wow. Wow, wow, wow. Awesome, awesome data. Like really, really interesting to dig into this. And if you want to learn more, we're happy to share some more statistics with you as you would like. And I would encourage you this, whether you're talking with us or another agent, consider this if you're a seller. Price the home to win. You are competing against all the other homes on the market out there. Price the home to win and shorten your time on the market, shorten the stress, and you will win and beat the other homes that are going to still sit. And you'll be in the 40% number. All right. If you're a buyer and the right home comes up, I said, don't hesitate, because the ones that are a good value are going to sell, and they're going to sell fast, as you can see, within 30 days. So I hope that helps. Looking between 2024 and 2025, the numbers are very similar. The overall sales numbers are similar. The overall sale prices are similar, and the days on market is similar. So we're kind of in this market of this up and down. People are waiting for rates to come down still. More, I should say, because right now they're, depending who you are, you're 6.2, 5.99. That's as low as they've been in several years. And they're good rates, and you can always refinance later if they come down more. So food for thought, y'all. We're here to help. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please let us know. And if you liked the video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it and you disagree with me, you can give it a thumbs down, not a problem. But always, we do appreciate if you subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.